Hi there, I'm Sarah from Great Days by Sarah, and today I have for us an upper body and core workout. I'm going to use my 5-pound weights today, and you'll see why in a moment. It's lots of reps, lots of different motions, and I want you to go to the lowest common denominator. Meaning, if we're going overhead and you can't lift more than 5, but we come into biceps and it's easy, I want you to pick the weight that goes overhead. Let's get warmed up. You're going to start down on your mat in a tabletop position. Right hand goes lightly behind your ear. You're going to open up to the side and then bring your elbow towards your wrist. Doesn't have to touch. Just starting to warm up the spine. Two more this side. Trying to get a bigger range of motion every time we twist. Find your tabletop, we go into the other side. Last two. And one. Find your tabletop, cat-cow. Inhale brings you up, gaze comes up, tail goes up. Exhale, tuck your chin towards your chest, round your spine, and reverse it. Last two, maybe a little bit bigger of an arch. Maybe getting your chin a little bit closer to your chest. Last one. Find your way back to neutral. Make sure your weights are out of the way. Going into a fire hydrant. Lift your right leg up to the side. Bring it to the back. Down, around, and through. Bring your knee into your chest this time. Up to the side. To the back. Down, around, and through. Keep that same direction one more time. And then once it comes towards the mat, reverse it. Go backwards to the side, keeping that knee high towards your chest, and down two more that direction. Set it down, switch it over. Knee comes up to the side, to the back, down, around, and through. Pull your knee into your chest, add a little bit more. Last one around this side. Reverse it, bring it back, up to your chest, and down. Last one on the mat. Come on up to stand. Move slow. Still warming up. Wide stance out. Side lunge. Kick it one way. All 10 toes facing forward. Go in the other. So how this workout is set up today is we'll have 3 exercises. We'll go through twice, and then we'll move on to our next 3 exercises. So it's lots of reps in a row, hence me using a little bit lighter of a weight than I usually do. Last one. Then once we get through our 2 sets of exercises, we'll go through everything one more time. Bring those feet together to the back of your space. Make your way into a downward facing dog. Maybe a little shorter than usual. We'll go forward to a plank. Then reach your right leg back, or right hand back towards your left leg. Back out, and then switch. Left hand, right leg. Maybe it's your calf, maybe it's your foot. Last one other way. Walk those hands back to meet your feet. Roll it up nice and slow. Grab a sip of water and we'll get started. So I'll show you the first 3 exercises to start so you can gauge your weight accordingly. Our first one's going to be a hip hinge to a low row. So our feet will be hip distance apart, little knee bend. We're going to hinge at our hips, back stays flat, low row, down, stand up. So we're here. Second move, bicep curl, hammer curl, palms face to an overhead press. Little bit quicker of a move, still 12 reps. Last one, coming down to the mat, hip bridge, hips stay high, overhead pull with those arms. Coming here. Pick the weight that works best for you. You don't have weights, grab something. Grab 2 water bottles, 2 bottles of shampoo, something that weighs the same in each hand, and we're off. Find your stance. Tiny knee bend. Tip, row, down, and stand. Most importantly in this, make sure your back is flat and your elbows are rowing in close to your rib cage. Here's your halfway. Think about squeezing your shoulder blades together as you roll up. Last 2. Is your back still flat? And 1. Lower body stays the same. Hammer curl, press. Lower slow, lower slow. Hammer curl, press. Lower slow, lower slow. Notice my body's not swinging. It's just my arms doing the work, and my core is tight to stop that swing. Here's your halfway. Final 2. Come down. Find your hip bridge right away. Press up, legs look like 11s. Weights are apart for this one. Sending them back, tap the floor if you can, and then pulling up and over. If 2 weights are too much for this one, let me show you the modification. Just do 1, holding the edges, all the way down, all the way up. So glutes are squeezed, core is tight, halfway through, and then we're gonna go through it all again. Can you lift your hips a little bit higher? Last 2, and 1. Do yourself a favor, set your weights down, stand up on your own, and then safely pick up those weights. We're right into it. Hip hinge, row, drop, stand up. Squeeze your glutes as you stand to the top. Really squeeze everything forward. Strong with your form, nice flat back. And your gaze goes down when you tip down. So even the top of your spine is long. Elbows stay close. Core is engaged. Last 2. Biceps right into it. Biceps, press, down, and bicep. I realize I'm fully out of the screen when I press. My long arms can't do it. There you go. So elbows are staying close the whole time, pressing forward as you press up. Belly button pulled into your back. Core stopping you from swinging. Halfway through. Make sure on the bicep curl you fully bring it down, all the way down, then curl it back up, shoulders. Last one. Everything comes down to the mat. Find that bridge right away. Press it high, then drop them low. Pulling over. Elbows are a little bit bent on this one. You're bending out to the side. So you're really working your lats. I'm sure you'll feel it in your core as well. Here's your halfway. Check in again with your hips. Can you lift them a little higher? Make sure those knees are not splaying out or sagging in. We break after these three. Set those weights down safely. Grab a quick sip of water. Keep your weights nearby. But you can stay on your mat. Going into our core section. I'm going to use one weight for this next one. You're more than welcome to use two, but I'll show you why. It's just easier to hold. Do a Russian twist. Spine's long to start. My heels are going to dig into my mat. I'm going to tip back, and my twist comes here. So maybe I can tap it down behind my glutes. I don't have to. Whatever your range of motion is for that twist, our Russian twist. I'm going to keep the same one weight for my weighted toe reach here. Here, you can of course hold both. If you want a little bit more, holding both. My third one, weight stays above me, really good grip, hip lift. Working on those lower abdominals. All right, here we go. Let's feel the burn in that core. Russian twist to start. Find the length in your spine, tip it back, 45 degrees if you got it, and twist. Nice work. You're halfway through. Keeping those elbows wide, making sure the weight isn't resting anywhere. Can you tip back a little bit more for our final four? 3, 2, 1, done. Bring one or two weights with you. Send your feet up. We're here for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, exhale as you press up, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax your upper body, move your lower body, sending those heels towards the sky, little hip lift. Last two. Sit it right back up. We're going through one more time with that twist. Find the length in your spine, find the tilt that challenges you, and here we go. Halfway through. Can you lean a little more? Can you twist a little deeper? Our last 5. Excellent. Roll it down. Toes come up. Weight comes up. And we reach. Maybe you can lift a little higher than you did the first round, now that you know what it feels like. Legs don't need to be straight. You're more than halfway through. But if they can get there, get there. Last one here. You know what's coming. Hold the weight still. Send those hips up. Really feel the contraction in those lower abdominals. Last two. Relax it, set down that weight. Grab a quick sip of water. We're going through everything one time, putting it all together. So grab both weights. Starting with that hip hinge with our row. Let me show you from the front this round so you can see my elbows on what they look like. Here we go. Find your base, a little bend through your knees. We tip. I look over that cliff. I row. My elbows are tight. Straight down. Stand it up. Here it is. Squeezing everything to the top. Really challenge your squeeze with your elbows going back this time. You've been through this twice before. Your body knows what to expect. Halfway there. Nice work. Last two. Still have a flat back, still reaching those elbows high. And last one. Stand it up tall. We go right into it. Hammer curl, press. Control it all the way to straight. Hammer curl, press. Engage your core so you don't swing. Let that upper body do the work. You got this. We're not coming back to these after this. We're going through everything one last time. So strong right to the end. Keeping those elbows close to your body. On the curl, on the press, on the lower, and all the way down. Last two. So good. Come down to the mat nice and slow. Press those hips up. Palm space. Drop it over for the pullover. Arms are like in a little oval. So my elbows are not straight. The inside of my elbows, affectionately known as the elbow pit, is facing each other. Here's our halfway. Can you lift those hips a little bit more? Engage through your hamstrings and your glutes. Let them fire a little stronger. Last two. And one. Bring it all the way up, then lower your hips. Sit it up for a Russian twist. 1 weight or two. I'll challenge myself holding two for this last round. Here we go. Twist and twist. So my elbows are wide. You can glue your legs together. You want a little more inner thigh work. Squeeze those knees, squeeze your inner thighs. Maybe even try to lift your feet. My body doesn't like that today, but maybe yours will. My hip flexor is still bothering me a little. I'm gonna keep them down. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. I'll use 2 for my press. My last 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, try to touch those shoelaces, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last 12. Strong hold in those weights. Coming up. Last 4. How much can you control it? And relax it. Move your weights way out of the way. Send those legs out straight for a seated fold, toes towards the sky, reaching it forward wherever your hands fall. Maybe it's your thighs, maybe it's your shins, maybe it's the floor, maybe you can reach your toes. Let's slide those legs all the way back out. Come onto your tummy for Cobra. Start real slow. Stretch out those abdominals. If this feels okay, maybe come up to Sphinx. If that still feels okay, maybe you come all the way up to an upward facing dog. I never love this one with sneakers on, but maybe it'll work for you. And then we'll all meet back in child's pose. Knees come wide as you feel comfortable, toes to touch. Send your hips back. Reach your arms long. Take a couple deep breaths. And thank yourself for showing up today. Come on up slow. Find yourself into a seat. Cross those legs. We'll do one more inhale together. Exhale, hands come right to heart center. Thanks for joining me in that upper body and core workout today. If you're a busy mom out there and you want a little help making time for yourself, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, all the above, come check out my group over on Facebook. It's called Time Out for Moms by Sarah Parise, or drop a note to me on YouTube and I'll send you the link. Go have a great day.